Muslims and Christians and all that. This is.
You see that hind? We're gonna take it.
We have James Burns here from Black Ops. James is Frank Woods in Black Ops.
Welcome back. It's time to announce the character of the year. Yeah. All right, and the winner is Sergeant Woods, Call of Duty Black Ops.
Looks don't count for shit in the jungle. It's nah, baby.
It's you! Yes! Yes! Frank Woods! Yeah! Call of Duty Black Ops!
I'm here with Dave Anthony, director of Black Ops, and we are here at House of Moves because we are going into the mocap room to do something a little special with Frank Woods. Can you tell me how he was able to steal the spotlight and the VGA nomination when he's not even a playable character?
The actor James Burns, if you knew this guy and if you meet him, you will instantly know the answer to this. James is such a charismatic guy, and he just is this character.
So you are Sergeant Frank Woods in Call of Duty Black Ops.
Ma'am.
You think I'm fucking nuts? This guy.
All right, we're here. It is Thursday. Wow, I can't believe the week. I'm working on a film right now. We're working on something, so it's been a crazy week, but it's cool. I'm working out in Encino. Yeah, it's kind of nice out there. It's been a lot of time in Encino, so it's kind of cool. I'm very familiar with it. Really nice houses out there. Let's see. No Darwin this week. Darwin is off doing Darwin things. Hey, let's say hi to everybody here. We got G.I. Jane. How you doing? You got Punks, Skate Punks. How you doing, man? Yeah, beard's gone. I got rid of it for a couple of reasons. Mostly, that done. And I'm working, so I have to shave. They want me to shave, so I'm doing that. And I want to talk about some really interesting stuff today. Let's say hi to more people here. Mason Alex 313 said, "Hey, love you back, brother. Love you back, or sister, whatever it is." Django Jedi, good to see you. I'm glad you're back. Yeah, I'm glad to see you. Yeah. Oh, Bird Boy, sure. Abdullah, what's up, brother? Yeah, so do I. I've been starting to pay a little bit of attention to the Black Ops 7 now. What do you guys think of Black Ops 7? Are you liking it? Are you digging it? Are you playing it? I hear no, Cam, Dad, don't start a fight. Don't start a fight, Camster. No need for that, Cam. There's no need to start a fight tonight. What am I filming? I don't know if I can talk about it. I am filming. It's called. What is it called? I do jobs half the time. I play a retired special forces guy as a lawyer, and my daughter gets kidnapped. That kind of thing, kind of use are tough. Let me see. Let me check. Let me see what it is. Let's see. Yes, we do. Let me check. Let's see what it's called. Talk among yourselves for a second here. Let's see. It is called Before We Fall. It's called Before We Fall. That's the name of the project. So, yeah. Mason, I shot you. I shot you. No. I shot you. Turns out you're a lousy shot. My ass. Where you been for 25, 35 years? All right, let me get my cup of tea out of here. It's green tea tonight, gang. Drinking green tea today. So I'm working on a project. It's called Before the Fall. There's a working on over in working in a place called Encino, which is sort of in the valley. Yep. Yeah. So you think the campaign sucks, but let's see who's back to school. Who's back to school? Don't know. Anyways, let's see. Campaign sucks, but the multiplayer is good. Isn't that the story? What about the campaign do you not like? Yeah, I think that's just a message, a warning that my guess is that they're about to get rid of the whole campaign modality. I think it's because it takes up so much server room, and it's such a heavy load for it. And I think they're just phasing out the campaign entirely. How many people play it? I mean, back in the day when internet wasn't as pervasive and you had your CD, it made sense to have a campaign because a lot of guys couldn't get online, or the internet wasn't strong enough to get you online. So you understand? Oh shit! There you go. And the internet wasn't functional enough to get you online. So that's kind of the thing, I think they're just slowly phasing it out. They got some new features on the program I use for this, and it lets me do them vertical now. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to stay centered for the camera. Oh, you said fire. You think it's fire? You like it? You like it that much? It was a great look, but so is this one. So they've turned Woods into a giant monster stuff. I don't know what that means. Not looking like he is the cool uncle. Yeah, I understand there's some strange things that they're doing, some fantasy stuff with the. Anyways, who knows? I'm sure there are people out there making decisions that we'll never understand fully why they make those decisions. No, I was not Woods in Black Ops 7. That was not me. You would have known it if it was me. The fact that you have to ask tells you it's not me. He becomes a giant monster. Who cares? I have no idea. So it was. Oh my God. So they turned Woods to a giant. Yeah. Okay. That's for those of us who are on some type of psychedelics, So what do you guys think about this Atlas thing, this flying saucer thing, this thing at the edge of the universe? Anybody paying attention to that? What's it called? The 3-eye Atlas. What are your thoughts on that? Some people say it's an alien invasion force. What do you think? Is that just crazy people talk? Who knows? I have no idea. I have no idea of anything. So I guess it's. Although I'm getting an idea of the play. The story seemed a little crazy. I had a hard time following it, and DSC, CZDSEO. All right, I don't know what that means. All right. So Fortnite becomes Abdullah. You're my old buddy, right? And they take I know if you are in Dubai, I think Bader, right? This is Bader. Let me know if you're Bader, because I remember last time I missed you, but Bader is old school. Yeah, I love you back. Bader, right? You're Bader. I love you back, man. Love you back. Let's see. Like because they added boss fights, and Woods turns into something like from Resident Evil if it crosses over with Schindler's List. Oh my god! All right, hey everyone. Hey Designation, how you doing? I have not seen this. I've been paying attention to AI more and more now, but I have not seen this. This is very interesting. Can you send me post a link? I want to see it. You know. Let's see. Hey, Little Pump, how you doing? Let's see. I am familiar with Nick Fuentes. I know who he is. Yes, I'm familiar with Nick Fuentes. Why is that? Yeah, that's I heard that's a frustration as well. Yeah. I'm gathering information, thinking if I possibly may want to do a new Christmas song, but I'm not sure if I have the time. I will be doing Warzone. I'm remaking Warzone, by the way. Iraq. Oh yeah. Are we like allies now? I can't tell, but I don't know what the news is. Live reaction to Black Ops 1. There is reaction videos. I don't do that stuff, man. You know, it's not, I don't have the time or the energy for that. Busy. M. McQueen. You EMT now? I thought you were talking. That was your next gig, right? Go be an EMT. So let's talk about aliens and shit. Let's talk about the three-eye atlas. What's going on? What is that? Yeah. All right, G.A. Jane, go to bed. Good seeing you. I'm glad you stopped by. Yeah, these are tough for people overseas. I'm gonna try to do a. Oh, right. You told me about this. You told me you want to be a mortician, and we had that exchange. Like, yeah, it's a dying business. Let's see. All right, Brandon White. You see, here's the main problem. Black Ops 7. I know. Okay, they ruined the character arc with everyone. Alex Mason became a glorified daddy's boy, and Menendez became a troll. I have no idea. That is kind of a great description. Yeah. I lucked out. Thoughts on Jake Paul? I don't know the man. I never met him. I don't think about him. I'll tell you guys this again, and I tell you it every time I see you. Do not believe most of what you see on the internet. So much of it is fake. So much of it is manufactured. So much of it, there's so much advanced AI. The shit you get for free, that stuff that exists, that stuff that the tip of the spear was using 10 years ago, the stuff that's out there for free. There are things now that I'm watching. Because remember, here's how you know whether something is legitimate or not. It's the POV it's shot from, okay? How was the camera? When you see some crazy shit, how is the camera there at that moment? Like that's you can tell when someone's handheld. You can tell when it's, although it's getting harder and harder, but you always got to say, why was that camera perfectly positioned for that? How did that happen? So that's what that's what I say. Always look for the aspects. Does the frame small, or do they include like all the information? So there's little tricks you can do to look for the authenticity of a video. And if it's something like, there's a lot of now you see get like bears and bears chasing mothers and they're leaving their babies behind, or that's all it's all generated. That's not real, So there's a bunch of them I've watched. Designation, you're trying to start a fight, and I don't want you to do it. pizza has nothing to do with pineapple. Pineapple does not belong on a pizza. I don't know what that is. I'm not talking about that. Oh, no, it's not Three Island. It's 3I Atlas. So the name of this this thing in space, it's a rock, or some say it's a spacecraft, and they've given it a title, and it's 3I / Atlas, 3I Atlas. Yeah, and yeah, 3 or 3-1 Atlas, whatever it is, and yeah, so that's like, what do you think about that? You paying attention to that? Getting your GED, good for you, man. Hey, stuff your head full of knowledge, but make sure you know how to use your online tools. Learn how to talk to ChatGPT. Learn how to express what you want and your thoughts clear. The most important thing you can learn to do right now is learn how to write and how to form a sentence and learn your vocabulary, because we're all going to have to start working with AI and telling it what to do. You won't be fast enough if you don't. And you got to be able to communicate your thoughts and your wants and your needs very specifically and very succinctly. So you start learning your language, start learning your vocabulary. Your vocabulary basically sucks right now. You got to expand it, because the only way you're going to talk to a computer is if you can have language that's very specific. Learn how to express ideas. Take writing classes. Take reading. Read literature. Get references. Acquire references. Acquire the ability to create sentences and paragraphs and tell stories. Learn how to create language, because that is what your job is going to be in the next 10 years. Hey, Stanya, how you doing, kid? Yeah. Long time no see. Intimidator. Yeah, good evening, buddy. Good evening. Yeah, I was playing today a little bit. I got another demo I'm putting up this week. Got getting some really good news December 1st. It's going to be really exciting stuff going on. I've mastered 6. I have really high-end masters of 6 songs, and it just sounds spectacular. I'm really happy with it. But now I got to organize everything around it. But it's done. I've got it done. I got my 6, and I'm working on. I'm close to having 4 more finished too. I just have to, do some editing and some mixing things. All right, designation. How to prep for university next year. Okay, this is my advice. Everybody, do this, not just for college, but for everything you do. Preparation matters. So if I went to school, I went to college, and what made it easy for me is that before I went in, I contacted the school. I found out what classes were available. I found out what teachers taught that, and I would ask the teacher what the recommended reading was for the year, what they think is the best preparation. Because remember, you want to walk in there already knowing the information, because then you can ask questions. If you go in there and just sit there and the guy or girl throws words at you, you're going to sit there and just kind of, try to pick a class that you're going to be interested in and then prepare for it. So when you see something that's incongruent or something that doesn't match up, you're able to say, okay, wait a minute, I read this, but this doesn't sound like logic. But you got to know, you have to know the subject. So if you sit there and go to a lecture and you haven't done your homework, it's useless, because you're not going to, you got to absorb almost none of it. But if you go there and you have your questions, at least you're familiar. So when he's talking about it, you'll have more. It's like, we couldn't talk about Black Ops 7 if you didn't go and play Black Ops 7, if you had no experience. So anything we say about Black Ops 7, if you can take a new class, you got to do your homework. The best way to learn something is to have a question. So go out and find questions. Go out, and if you want to learn math, if you're going to start off with trigonometry, do a class online. You do a trick class online. Quite frankly, unless you're going for a real STEM type skill, you want to be a doctor or something like that. I don't know, college, man. I think it's really focused on how to communicate with SI. You know, I mean, even AI. You know, learn to speak, learn to write, learn how to do things. So a lot of the jobs that exist today will not be here in 2 years, and you just got to be ready for that. You got to be ready to be the one who knows how to use this equipment. Is that what you think? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think. It's like there's a weird fascination with that. Like, okay, it's almost like it's like a rebellion. You're like, everything's wrong. Everything's wrong. See, we're from aliens. And I've been listening to this show here, and this guy's talking about it's an invasion. You know, like every bad movie you ever seen. So I don't know. I have no idea. I'm moving from day to day. Because here's what I think. Here's the outcome. I think when I read this stuff, if it really is that, let's say it is an alien force coming, one of two things. If they had the technology to travel that far and that fast, then we have nothing that can defend ourselves. So they're coming in. There's nothing we can do about it, basically, I think. And if they want to be hostile. If they're not hostile, then they come here to help out, which is great. So either way, there's no saying in AA, grant me the wisdom, grant me to know the things that can change the things that can, accept the things that cannot, and have the wisdom to know the difference. So change the things that can, accept the things that cannot change, and have the wisdom to know the difference. And that's how I see this thing. Wait, do your life, move your life. So a lot of time people just do it so they don't have to look at the future and look at their mistakes. It's almost like everyone wants to have like a whitewashing, start fresh. So, but you can do that any day of your life. You can start fresh today. Today, you can start fresh. You can just forgive yourself for not being, Tom Brady, and move on and become the best person. Become you. And it gives yourself permission to be exactly who and what you want to be. And make sure you're not using it to be rebellious, Yeah. Well said. Well said. Yeah, I'm envious. I blew my voice out doing some of these tracks, and then I went to a Comic-Con, and then when you talk like 3 days straight, and they had us in this big auditorium with, and I had to deal with all these other very loud exhibits. Like this, a lot of streamers were there, and I was screaming for 3 days straight, and my voice is shot. It's just shot right now. It's like, so yeah, I'm taking a break, but I'm glad. Keep working, Stania. Keep fucking working, kid. Oh, don't see. You really had to start problems, don't you, Narks? Narks always got something to say, You're playing Warzone? Yeah. Anybody playing zombies still? I love that, M. I love it. I love it. Oh, I'd love to. Look, if I came back, it would be under a lot of understandings that how can I help you? What can I do for you? It's not just what problem could I solve for you? And if we had that, if we can make that conversation, it'd be a blast. Eugene, one of my favorites. Okay, so it's simple. It's an AA thing, and it's one of the most commonly understood, we'll call it spiritual concept. To change the things I can, to accept the things that cannot change, and to know and have the wisdom to know the difference. You can't change another person. You can't make them feel something. You can't make them do something. And if they try to blame you for their feelings, that's not your responsibility either. Nobody makes us feel anything. We react. And one person can say something to you and you'll take it as a compliment. Someone else says the same exact words and all of a sudden it's fighting words. Why is that? It's our projections of what that meaning is. And I would say 99% of the time we project wrong. We project what they mean. We're pretty much always wrong when we go that. So I expanded a lot, but that's what that's about. Dude, I love it. Rebellious Cat is back. You've been playing zombies? Yeah. Is Black Ops 7 Zombies good? Is it fun? Anybody see any interesting news? Any of our friends smoke across the water, across the pond? Anybody from England or Ireland? Looks like Ireland's on fire, it looks like. Anybody over there can check in with us? You're playing the Black Ops 2 campaign? It's a good one, man. I'm still, I was going through some old files and I saw some gameplay for Black Ops 1. Wow. What a great campaign. Black Ops 1 was a great campaign. It was just, for me, it still holds up. It's what a great, you can make sense, very, very simple, very straightforward. Brock Fuller, my man. Let's see. Black Ops 7 is awful. And the only reason there are 7 is because of nostalgia from 1 and 2. You think so? Is that, yeah. You may be right on that one. Well, isn't it early for snow? I mean, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. Unless you're way up north. How far up north are you? You're by the Arctic Circle or something? Because the, good advantage. Yeah, I was. Black Ops 2 it's excellent. I can't. But I was just. Even Black Ops 1 was just so streamlined. There's no wasted space, I really felt when I went back and did it. Black Ops 2 was a brilliant it's like Godfather 2, like Godfather 1, Godfather 2. It's just like the Godfather 2 is great, but Godfather 1 is like, oh, that's what got you into it, Yeah. Not sure yet. Don't know. I heard they turn him into a big plant or something. Yeah. I would have some fun with that, though. There's some great plant jokes we could have, like. Yeah, punks. It holds up, man. It holds up under scrutiny. I've been hearing that. You can't pause Black Ops 7. I've been seeing a lot of complaints. Usually when I write songs about my Call of Duty Christmas songs, I go by the complaint list on Reddit and see what people are talking about. So. Yeah, I've heard a lot about the shortcomings. Great question, Sarge. I got a question about the acting business. How cutthroat is it? Because I don't get replacing the actors without telling them ahead of time. Yeah. The thing is this is what you have to understand when you're in this business. There are two ways you make a living. All right. One way is you're skilled, you have skills, and you can take a story and you can sort of get the story to go from point A to point B. You can support the story You know how to, you can deliver it content and information so it drives the plot forward or drives character forward. And that's it. And if you can do that and you do it well, and you get a good reputation, then you can make a good living at it. That's kind of where I was at. I think the other way to make a living is you are the reason people show up. You're the reason people watch. You're the reason that the film is being made, and that's a career. That is like your Tom Cruises and Nicole Kidmans and all these. That's the big stars, the Chris Hemsworth, and these are the reason the films get made, because they know that people will come to watch. That Robert Downey Jr. It's called a following, so you get hired for that. And at the end of the day, this stuff is a business. I mean, it's art, and there's a lot of great art in it. But at the end of the day, it has to make money. It has to pay for itself. A video game costs hundreds of millions of dollars to make. They got to recoup that, and they have to find money to finance the next one, and then they have stockholders. So the actor, unless the actor's a star, and the actor is the reason it's getting made. And I mean star. I mean like A-list. I mean like Chris Hemsworth and superstars, Chris Pratt. Unless you're that guy, okay, doesn't matter. They see you as replaceable. They see you as you're not even part of the equation, and you're important once it gets going. Oh, we need a guy to play this role, but they need the guy that the financier is going to give you money for, and those are the guys that count in terms of this. So if you're lucky, you get a director who likes you. I have a lot of great collaborators, directors who I'm friends with who want to work with me. It's great, but it's not escape velocity money. It's just it means you make a steady living, which is great. As an actor, it's amazing to have that be your sole income, and that's what you live off of. That's great. But so it's not cutthroat, it's just business. You can't ever take it personally. The reason I don't know why I get the job half the time, and I sure as heck don't know why I don't get the job. They never tell you. So, I do maybe 500 auditions a year, and I'm not exaggerating with that. And I'll book maybe 10% of that. So I'm and maybe once or twice out of that 500, that 450 that I don't get, I'll have a casting director tell me, "Oh, hey, we're not going to go with you. You did, thanks for showing up. You did a great job, but we're going in another direction." You never get told why you don't get it, and you've got to be ready for that. That's part of the business. You can't do it for affirmation. You can't do it to get for affirmation. You can't do it to be validated. Like the job doesn't mean you're okay. The work you do in yourself makes you okay. Getting the job is just you're filling somebody else's requirement. It doesn't mean anything except that you're right for that moment. A giant onion plant. Don't be mean. There's probably a lot of truth to that, but also I think I have not been in a room with Call of Duty creators since 2016. When did Black Ops 4 come out? And even then, I was never in the room. I was only with Dave. So I haven't been around these guys. And there was a shift in it. And I think there's some truth to that they lost that the threat is different. I'm not going to say they lost it, but they're taking it in a different direction. They're trying to, I think the fear is of getting stale. So they're trying to add in all this fantasy stuff. And the AI engines have allowed them to do some much larger, more fantastic things. And they're still fighting Fortnite and all the other open source games. So I think there's a lot of talent in there, but I think a lot of it is just they're fighting a massive mandate from their bosses. You think so, huh? That's interesting. That's an interesting comment. What do you mean by that? Olive Garden, how you doing, my friend? Good, good, good. Yadzilla. Yeah, man, still here. Once a week, I try to show up on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and I'm glad you're here. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. The plant thing is not going away anytime soon. No, it's not. Hey, Nang, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Oh yeah, thank God one of us had common sense. Thank God he was smart, not me. Thank God. No, I think it's just not. I just don't think they're able to pay him what he wants. And here's the thing too. You're to make a profit, they have to. Everybody has a production cost, right? So, but if you can chop off 100 grand, which is Sam's not cheap. He's probably 100 grand, maybe $250,000 by now for him to do that. So, even $50,000, you save 50 grand. That's a huge amount of money in the production of a film. And you can get a guy come in for scale, which you can pay a guy $5,000 to cover this role. Or you can pay Sam $50,000 to do it, whatever they pay him. I think it's just a matter of business. It's cheaper to hire a guy who's not going to cost a lot of money. Hey, Tank, you think so, huh? You think that's the deal? Think that's the sure. I think you can say that, but I also think that we're in the middle of a quantum shift of how we do things and how we think. And I think that is simply I think it's happening in a lot of industries, not just this one's happening in the film industry, it's happening in TV, it's happening in music and industry. It's just happening everywhere. There's got to be shifts made, and there's got to be just things are changing very rapidly, very, very rapidly. Yeah, man, get outside, be grateful. Wake up and get grateful every single day. Be grateful find something to be grateful for, and be kind. Just offer a smile and Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate. But the way to really deal with the holidays is to accept that it's going to be crazy. Remember, the idea is, they said, accept the things you cannot change, right? Change the things you can, and pray for the wisdom to know the difference. That's all you can do. But mostly just really commit to being grateful. Hey, Cryptics, how you doing? Hey, Austin, how you doing, man? I'm working out near you. Yeah, I'm over in we're shooting up in Encino this week. Yeah, I was thinking about you the other day. We're not far from where you go to school, actually. Very close to where there. And so yeah. Hey, send me a schedule, man. Let's see you play. If you're playing anywhere, I'd love to come down and see you play. Let me know, man. Yeah, go to bed. Again, it's a short tonight. I'm just here, keep in touch with everybody in line here. Yeah, I mean that's a really interesting insight as well. Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. And it sure could have been, but it's just he just does voiceover. He doesn't come in and do the motion capture. He just does voiceover. And we did what's his name? Reznov. He was in Vancouver working on a movie, and he did all that. You can go to a studio that you don't have to go to Treyarch. You can be in New York and record your lines, because it's just any recording studio that has the capability, which is they're all over the world. So you don't really need to be you don't really need that, or you don't really need to be that. And yeah, it is worth 50K. He's a great actor. It is so good. I was doing a polish on it today, and I'm doing a final mix, and it's just so fun. It's so good. Wait until you hear it. It's like I am so excited for you guys to hear it. I'm trying to figure out how to deliver this. I think I just may do a subscription service on the YouTube channel. What do you think? What do you think is the best way for me to put to begin the flow of music? What's your opinions on this? I'm curious. Yeah, I got a ton of them, and this is what I'm doing all day long. Just here, just BMI and TuneCore. Just kind of doing all the infrastructure work around it. My copyrights got fucked up, and so I'm just doing all that stuff, just making sure that everything's lined up, trying to be a professional best I can. What am I getting you for Christmas? Just a lot of good cheer, man. Gonna wish you lots of wellness. I think it's a commitment to the stories and the characters. I'm not sure. Excuse me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's again, I have not been in the room. I have not been in a meeting in a long, long time. And so it's like it's a long, long time for me, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're doing or why they're doing it. Hey, Brandon. Yeah, Brandon, I play keyboards. I have a keyboard right here. Yes, I do all my the keyboard now is actually your band, right? I do drums with it. I do I work through a DAW. So I do drums with it. I can do all my percussions and things. And so yeah. I'm not a piano player. I know chords and but my hands are all messed up from playing hockey and other stupidity. So your hair's long now? Yeah, cool. Well, I got to make sure it's appropriate. Can't take that. We need permission from your Gigi to do that. You're still a minor, so. Oh, what's your job? What are you doing? What are you doing? What's your job? Hey, Uncle Woods. I'm not ready to be. I know the white hair, I know. Hey, Toby, how you doing? All right. Yes, he is. Well, I think that's not new. That has been the complaint. Whenever there's a great movie. Try to look up movies about Mozart, and I got what's the name of it? There's a French film called Tout le monde matin, All the Days of the World. Gerard Depardieu's in it, and it just shows the battle for art. I mean, like everyone. To do this stuff, you need the freedom to sit down there and suffer through it. And sometimes it just messes you up and you can't do anything else. But you still got to cook, you got to learn how to, you got to pay for the rent and buy food and all that shit. So doing this stuff, to be able to do it and have someone else foot the bill, that's a blessing. To do it and have it pay for you to do it more. Now that's the goal. That's the game. Being super famous, that can be a goal, but that's a lot of ego and that's a lot of life force. But to be able to do what you love artistically and then you can live from the proceeds from that, that's really the dream, I think. So, but it's always been the struggle. It's always been the battle. How do you be creative and do what you love and be able to take care of yourself? Because taking care of yourself is the kind of if you don't do that, you're really avoiding manhood. You gotta be able to take care of yourself. You gotta pay your own bills, pay your own way. And if you can, and you know, you gotta be smart about it. Sometimes you gotta, you know, get a job, and then in your spare time do the thing that created it. As that grows, you know, you gotta subsidize your art with the skill that makes money. You know, that's all. I mean, there's everybody who's been successful generally had a point where they really had to dig in, find a job that, you know, pays the rent, and then slowly they build off of that. I mean, if you're talented, it'll come out. It's not going to hide, you know. And longevity, just if you have income, you can have longevity. Gino was on a couple weeks ago. It said he's doing great. Yeah, Stanley, the stories were amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm proud of you, man. Listen, that's the way every job you get is an opportunity to move forward. If you're great at the job you're doing, they're going to want to elevate you. If you're good at, if you go in and say you're flipping burgers and you're great at it, and you go beyond the Call of Duty, they're going to notice, because no one's doing that. Be over provide, you know, give more value than is being asked, and it'll, because no one's doing it. Everyone's going to notice it. All right, Lemon Man, get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Take care of yourself. I'm shutting out at 6:30 sharp tonight. I got a lot to do. Stress Pitbull. Let's see. I always wonder how it doesn't feel to be a legend. I don't feel like a legend, and love you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Man, I'm just a guy who's doing the job. I enjoy it. I've been blessed. I've been really lucky to be able to make a living doing this stuff, and I get to meet guys like you. So what it feels like is that I'm really grateful that I've had this opportunity, and yeah, thanks. That's called SEAL Patrol. It's a great watch. It's a kind of an action film. Rich is great in it. He's amazing. And yeah. The trailer, I mean, for the movie, I don't know when it's going to drop. All right, man, get out of here. Have a great night. Well, yeah, it's just like a great scene, right? I mean, we totally ripped off Deer Hunter, but still, it's great. Yeah, you told me about the jackhammer instrument. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. What was my first job? I was a caddy. I was 11. I started caddying. There was a golf course down. Actually, ride my bike every. It's like 10 miles from my house. I ride my bike there on Saturday mornings and carry a golf bag for $5. Yeah, or do doubles for 10. And if you did a good job, they give you a tip. So if I came home with, some days I came home with $20. Now this is like 72. $10 is a lot, man. $10 goes a long way in 72. $10 was a lot of money. Yeah. Yeah. I'm there tomorrow. It's like maybe at lunch, man. Go stop by, say at lunch. Let me know. Yeah, I'd love to see you, man. I'd love to hear how you're doing. Are you taller now? Yeah. All right. Well, hit me up, man. Let me know what time, and if I get, because people can't just, you know, schools are very secure. You just can't show up, you know. Oh, yeah. Be honest, man. Just write from what you know. Don't try to write sentences that fill, like, don't waste words. You know, use words and use movement in your thought, and rewrites. Writing is about rewriting, right? All writing is rewriting. You know, when I write songs or when I write scripts, I have what I call my trail, my paper trail, And I do that for legal reasons. So if I ever get it contested, so no, here's the first lyric. I wrote that in 1993, and you keep your trail. So you have your paper trail, so you have your progress trail. So, but always rewrite and just try to say more with fewer words. Try to use, and so I'm talking to you guys about AI, which is going to be your future. It's going to be your present, actually. The cleaner you can express an idea, the more detail you can provide, and the more depth you have with words, the more you understand what words really mean and how to put context around those words, the easier it will be for you to communicate with your AI entities, which are going to be everywhere right now. I still love Jared from Subway. What a great name. What a terrible situation, though. Well, look it. That's not true. Yeah, I think anyone is. Don't try to. Let's put it this way. I know we've talked a lot. How do I say this? It doesn't make you special one way or the other. Just don't focus and never use other people's opinions as a way to define yourself. Find your own definition. You got to measure against what's out there. You got to see what is, you got to figure what your morality is and what your values are. But to have someone else's opinion be what you build your identity on, that means you're a slave your entire life to everyone else's opinion. And again, I'm in the world where I get applauded and I get just chastised in the same moment. But you can't ever, when someone compliments you, say thank you. When someone insults you, say thank you, because none of it is a definition. Only we can create definitions for ourselves. You must be playing great. I would love to see you play, Austin. Let me know where you're playing again. I would love to come see you play. You must be doing great. You look great this summer. And when a few times I saw you play, you look really good. So I've been really following another player that you remind me of, and his name is Williams. White Chocolate, Justin Williams. Yeah. I haven't in a while. I had one for many years, and then it was. I think got destroyed in travel, or I lost it, or I don't remember. Yeah, the problem I have with 12-string guitars is that it's hard to keep them in tune, and I have such a hard time keeping guitars in tune. Like these go out of tune all the time. It makes me crazy. So yeah. Were you a caddy or like a greensman? I used to envy the guys who worked on the greens crews because they had like steady jobs. And then I worked, that was my first job. And then the next job, I was I worked as a dishwasher at a restaurant. Yeah. And then I was a pizza maker at a drive-in theater. Yeah. I dug holes. I dug swimming pools. What else did I do? Worked on a road crew for a while. As a tree climber, I should cut trees. I was a carpenter. Did a lot of carpentry work, a lot of construction work. Yeah, dude, amazing. Yeah, I mean yeah, but that's about flexibility, brother. That's you got to make sure that you're giving yourself a lot of rest and recovery for that stuff. Make sure you've got rollers, like things like this, these kind of things, right? And roll on them every day, especially your hips and your hamstring, because everything you're doing is so impact oriented onto your knees. So you got to loosen those IT bands up. Get a roller and just kind of. Well, maybe I'll send you one for Christmas. Maybe we'll see. Oh, 100%. I mean, 100%. That there's no argument there at all. That's like, but what it will do is the people who assign the jobs of the future are going to be anybody who knows how to just do things with their hands. If you can fix a tire, if you can fix a wall socket, if you have if you know how to use your tools, that's the safety net right there. Have skills, know how to work electricity, know how to do some plumbing, know how to work on the AC, HVAC, air conditioning units, even fixing cars, body work. We are decades away from having computers take that over. So yeah, 100%. Dude, I want to see you play. Send me a schedule. I want to see you play. I'm excited for you. All right, Muse K, good seeing you. I'm going to bounce here in about 5-10 minutes. So yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Oh, these rollers have saved my life. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, they're amazing. No, that was just my heater. No, that would be I am not. I was going to do that. There's an online course I was going to take to do that. You can register. You go to Santa Monica College for a day, and you get ordained as a non-denominational. So basically what you need is a license you got to get from the state to do that. So that'd be funny. Yeah, that'd be funny. A cameo. That'd be really funny. Oh, thanks, Dorky. Appreciate that. It's all good. It's all good. I get out of here. Go to bed. Get some rest. MVP, where you been, brother? Where you been, my friend? Where you been? Yeah. Good. And make sure you use a lot of heat, man. Heat is good too. Not just ice, but heat. Because what that is those muscles got to loosen up. Work because I used to get them all the time. I hate it. Really pissed. Especially because you're growing and think of what I know I know how old you are. So you're growing and your body is constantly stretching and moving and changing. So I mean you popped up an inch. Your body is just those muscles that if they're fighting that, they're working with it. So having a constant loosen the ice is great. Ice is great in the first 24 hours of an injury. But after that, it's got to be heat. You got to loosen it up, get it flowing, get the blood flowing through there, especially with shin splints. All right. The ice, it kind of constricts things, right? That's good for bruises. But when you start really training, you got to get heat on that as fast as you can. I mean, as soon as you're done with the first 24 hours. Hey, Divine. How you doing? I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. All right, take off. We're going to be done at 6:30. So good stuff. Good, man. I know you're just a hardworking dude. Good. You're on it, man. Well, you have a good training staff at this. Are you working with the training staff at the school, or are you just doing club ball right now? Because I'm not sure what you're doing. Yeah. Oh, my favorite movies: Godfather, Godfather 2, Apocalypse Now, Chinatown, Sand Pebbles. Well, new movies. What did I love recently? I saw some I really liked. There's a couple of Russian movies I liked that I really thought were excellent. Anyways, yeah, Hell or High Water. Woo. It was Sicario. Anything. I mean. Wind River, anything that that Taylor Sheridan did, yeah. Excellent, great, good. Right, you're doing that thing up in Thousand Oaks, right? Yeah. I did. I appreciate Rambo movies, but my time is limited. So I really don't. I have to when I watch a film, it's got to be for a purpose or because I want to. Like when I watch Chinatown, I just learned so much about filmmaking, And when I watch The Godfather, I'm seeing the best in the world do it. So when I watch movies, there's got to be a purpose beyond just mindless entertainment, which is great. I mean, sometimes I need that, and I love Rambo. I just don't have room for it right now. I have seen a couple episodes, around Sly's always fun to watch. He's a very easy character to get behind. And, but I don't, again, that's not critical enough. I prefer the show called The Mayor of Youngstown or Mayor of Kingstown. Love that. Yeah. Jeremy Renner. I mean, he's the Narcs, don't you dare. Narcs, behave yourself. Well, I think I think in their minds, a lot of the wood stuff was built on the Rambo chassis. I had to take it away. A lot of the stuff was, I had to take it off of that chassis. Had to take it off. The woods was built on that chassis, I think, and we had to pull it off there and make it a little more realistic. Yeah. I love American Sniper. Well, he's a great actor too. Good, man. Good. So not at the school you're at, right? This is like outside of that. What facility are you guys working out of? I mean, where are you playing, man? You're on a team? Are you playing games, right? You're in a league someplace. Please tell me you're in a league doing actual basketball competition, because that's important, Yeah, we love our Narcs. Narcs he's been around since day one. Narcs was actually in my very first Call of Duty parody video. Hey Mason, he was in that. Yeah. It's a good man. Well, he's one of my heroes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See. Yeah. We're buddies. We're buddies. Until you dump my drink at my film premiere. I said, "Here, watch my Christ, this hotel charges like $30 a drink." I had to do the press line. I said, "Here, watch this stuff." And I asked him to take some pictures, and he did. And he put the drinks down. Somebody came by and took them. Yeah. Not at all. Let's see. What do you think? Do you think I treat you guys like children? I talk to you like peers. I treat you like I don't know, like if maybe I talk as if you're as like a mentor sometimes, I think. A lot of times I try to speak with you as peers. Other times I offer you insights from down the road, because I'm down the road for you guys quite a bit, right? I love it. Good one. Okay, Satan got arrested for possession. That's great. Dad jokes, here they come. Here you go. You know why the dry erase board is the greatest invention in the past 100 years? Because it is so remarkable. I fucking love you guys, man. Yeah, it's interesting to see the life up front and real, right? Up close and for real. It's interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, you look good. I'm glad you look. Yeah, you dressed up good, man. You cleaned up good. That suit you wore, I was proud of you, man. You really, I was proud to have you there. Hey, when does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. Fucking love you guys. You're making my night. I'm carrying on like 5 conversations here. This is great. Well, good. I'm honored by that. Thank you very much. I'm flattered. Thank you. Yeah, I hope I get to see you in Vegas. I get invited out to Scottsdale to go do a shooting thing with another what's her name? What do they call it? A streamer, a guy who I met years ago, and he's got a great his own little thing now. So we're working it out. Yeah. All right, man, go get it. That's a good time to. Okay, go practice well. Let me know when you're playing a game. I'd love to come check you out, man. I'd love to see. I would love to, because I remember you from like a few months ago. And what do you look like now in terms of your game? Because I remember your game. Last time I saw you play, God, I think it was that. You haven't seen you play in a while, so yeah, man. Right. So I'd love to see what you look like now, because you look very confident and relaxed last time I saw you. So let me know. Right. Go practice well. MVP, there haven't been many of these. I hope there's going to be more. Like I said, there's a big December 1st is a big day coming up. I think we're going to launch everything on December 1st. We seem to be at 11 days. Yeah, I've got a couple of days left on this movie, and then yeah. So, well, listen, hey, buddy, I'm down. I'm down there tomorrow over in Encino, over on Van Alden. This is not far. It's like not far from where you guys are. So let me know, man. I'd love to stop by and say hi. If you can get clearance to do that, I'd love to. 120, man. That's good for you. That's at your age. It's gonna happen, brother. It's gonna happen real fast. Like, you're gonna fill out because you got big feet and big hands, and you're gonna. It's gonna be like next year. It'd be 160, 170 pounds. And not even trying, just eat everything, get plenty of sleep as you can. Try to get as much sleep as you can. And stay off the fucking video games, man. It's a waste of your life, if you can. But really, I'm proud of you. All right, let me know. I'd love to see you play. It'd be great to see you if I can. Of course you do. It's a good-looking suit. All right, Toby, get out of here. I got to bounce, too. It's time to go. Almost. Let me see. Any other things coming in? I have messed. Let's see. No, I think we're clear. Any new comments? Dog. I saw that, dude. It's been kind of crazy. I'll get to it. I pick up my texts like twice a day, in the morning and at night. I kind of and emails are even worse. Emails I barely look at. All right, get out of here. Good, proud of you, man. Go do great things. You got this. All right, go get them. Let me know. All right, I'd love to see you play. Yeah, dog. The dog. That's why I need. I think probably an assistant is it would take me so long to explain what everything I'm doing now is all on the creative end, dog. So it's like I spend a lot of time in silence trying to figure how to make this stuff work. And when you hear what I'm doing, you understand it. It's now, but it's like I can't really, things I need to do, I just can't. Unless you're a world-class musician. Say, here, go lay this track down. Unless you have that, I really I have to get it done myself, you know. All right. All right, everybody. All right, so I'm gonna bounce. Great to see everybody. Good stuff here today. Yeah, man. We can connect if I'm working. I got to work tonight, and yeah, I know. I have tonight's a work night. I got that prep. I got to shoot tomorrow. I got to prep that, and then it's really all about getting my stuff organized over the weekend so I can start uploading it. And I need cover art and this got to get done this week. Anyways, but I can give you some guidance, dog, if you need it. Mostly it's like use every aspect of yourself. All right. And you know what I'm talking about here. You've got a really good natural self-acceptance. Use that as your calling card. And don't be afraid to guilt people either, you know. All right. 4 o'clock in the morning, go to bed. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. I'm done. Take care of yourselves and, get ready for the holidays. Get your gratitude going. Get your self-acceptance going. And remember, a thought that gets repeated becomes a belief. Belief given time and attention becomes your momentum. All right? If you don't like your momentum, change the way you think. Everybody, have a great night. Woods out.